33 vertebrae, I'm back. I'm out here in the heart of nature, raising the frequency, bringing in awesome energy from the air, from the earth, from the water, far away, from air, from ether. We're downloading from ether. Now, on this one, I'm going through my book, 33 vertebrae out. So today I want to talk about, so I'll be reading a bit of the chapters and explain more. For those who may want private coaching, because this is about being fit for your life. If you want to operate better in your life, anything you want to do, if you want to operate at an awesome frequency, at an awesome state, it's all contained here. So it's all about knowing who you are, knowing the templates that you came with, and everything that you need to maneuver this lifetime. Now, before I begin, I want to bring in some awesome energies. Just make sure that you are at the heart, at a high frequency, and operating awesomely. Mahadevi, Maheshwari, Jairavi, Duka Samhari, Mahadevi, Maheshwari, Jairavi, Linga Bhairavi. Thank you. So I'm just getting to center everyone who is here, who'll be watching this later or right now. My works are timeless, it's not bounded by time. So you can watch this and repeat any other time. Hope you're seated in a cross-legged position or on a chair, back straight. That is the most important thing. Your back is straight. You want to bring energies through the chakras to ground and center all of us. So just take a deep breath into the stomach and breathe out completely as you can. I want you to see this light coming from up the sky. White light, golden. It descends down the soul star, crown chakra, third eye, throat, upper heart, heart, sacral. Solar plexus, sacral, root into the earth. So we want to bring it from the earth star, going up to the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, upper heart, throat, third eye, crown, soul star, back to the sun. Mahadevi, Maheshwari, Jai Ravi. Linga Bhairavi. As above, so below. As within, so without. Blessings. So, like I was saying, we're going through my book, 33 Vertebrae. So, today is the 23rd June 2025. It's an awesome day. Today is a connection, there's a direct alignment between Jupiter and the Sun, hitting the sun, hitting us to the Earth. So, there's some awesome energies. It's a great day to manifest, and it's awesome that we are together today because we'll be bringing in awesome energies. So, today is my first book reading. So, I wanted to do something on numerology. It's all about knowing yourself, knowing who you are. What template do you have? Everybody's not the same. So we cannot use one template to classify everyone. The problem that most people go through is they want to copy one another. What someone is doing, let me also do the same. It doesn't work like that because people are not the same. We are all different, all on a different mission, with different gifts, on different journeys, yeah, doing different things. So if you try to do what is meant for another person, you may struggle because you don't have that gift that they have. We all have gifts. It's all about knowing your gift. What gift do you carry? Once you know your gift, you'll be able to maneuver because it will be flowing like the way the water flows in a river. You'll just be flowing. You'll be flowing with what you do. You know, many a times we live in uncertainties. We are not certain of what we are to do or what will happen tomorrow. So maybe sometimes we get afraid. Yeah. So we try and do some things quickly so that we can just maybe about making ends meet or something like that. But you really need to know your template. You need to know who you are, what you carry. So because of that, I'll start with our numerology. I have it on page 101. I'll read a bit about. So I wrote about myself a little bit, what kind of template I carry. So maybe for those who are of the same numbers as I have, maybe you may benefit from this. If you don't, this is just a preview. So you may go and calculate your own and know what you carry. Then from then on, maybe learn to understand who you are. So on page 102, 102 results to 3, 102, that's 3. It says that mathematics has always come naturally to me. It was never just a subject, it was a form of clarity, structure, and even comfort. In school, I would get visibly distressed if I didn't score 100% on a maths test. I would spend days poring over the questions I got wrong, running them through my mind over and over until they made sense. Numbers were not abstract to me, they were alive. They had meaning, rhythm, and intelligence. They whispered order into a chaotic world. When the time came to choose a college course, I had dreams of pursuing fashion and design, but unable to convince my mother of its merit, I leaned into what I felt the next best thing: mathematics. Little did I know that this choice, rooted in logic, would eventually lead me to the mystical. It prepared me for an entirely different kind of design: the sacred geometry of life, the quantum fabric of the universe, and the vibrational code that existed within each of us. So maths always came easily to me, but then I didn't even know my numbers or what's my background, my template. I wasn't aware. But if I was aware from a long time ago, I could have been focusing on this for a very long time. So I am a 369. a key to the cosmos. Nikola Tesla famously said, if you only knew the significance or the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe. That quote didn't just resonate with me, it described me. In numerology, this triad of numbers, 3, 6, and 9, represent the creative, the nurturing, and the divine. They are not just steps in a sequence, they are frequencies, they are codes, they are the scaffolding of universal intelligence and human evolution. 3 is the communicator, the creator, the expresser of joy. 6 is the nurturer, the healer, the harmonizer of family and responsibility. 9 is the old soul, the humanitarian, the wise spiritual elder who sees the whole and sacrifices for the good of all. So to be a 369 is to carry all three: the voice of vision, the heart of compassion, and the mind of completion. It is to be wired for divine service, especially when it aligns with the master number 33, which I have always preferenced as my soul's deeper vibration. So the numbers describe your template, your emotional template, who you are, what do you carry naturally, what are your gifts. Because the whole reality that you are experiencing is emotion, is emotion. Emotion is what runs everything. So once you know the emotion that you carry, that you have naturally, it will guide you even in the careers you're choosing, the kind of life you'll be living, and what kind of even people that should be compatible with, even in terms of love and relationship. So that's why the numbers are important. I'll show you how to calculate the numbers. I've always done a video on this. It's so easy. So the next thing I'm saying I want to talk about is the master 33. Because I'm a master 33, I'm a 369. So let me just go into this. The number 33 is our master number, often referred as the master teacher or the crested healer. It is the number of the ascended heart, the one who lifts others through love, compassion, and truth. It combines the creative of 3 with the responsible service of 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. But on a higher octave when it's amplified, intensified, and often more challenging. Walking a 33 path is not for the faint-hearted. I've learned this in my real life because I've gone through a lot, even long before I knew I was a 33. So later on, when I knew my numbers, yesterday, and I was like, wow, numbers never lie. That's why I'm doing this, because it has down on me. In fact, I think the reason why I didn't know my numbers was for it to prove to me. When I reflect on my life, I see that the numbers are speaking what they are speaking. That you are here to uplift humanity, not by preaching, but by embodying truth, compassion, and divine wisdom. Many times, this involves walking through fire, experiencing trials, betrayals, emotional extreme, and ultimately rising from the ashes as a being of light and service. I've gone through fire. In fact, my 33rd year, I walked through the fire. I went through a lot. That's when I wrote this book, yeah, while going through the fire. So it really reflects on my reality and what I am. Other 33 is out there. I know you are going through the same. You're wondering why life is not working out, why you're going through the fire. It's preparing you, nurturing you for the gift you carry. Requires a lot of patience, compassion with everyone and humanity. Humans are they'll throw things at you, burn at you, throw fire at you, but really have to have that compassion, that nurturing heart that is able to just observe, huh? and be at peace with whatever you're going through. Yeah, it needs you to be that kind of a heart. So you have to go through the fire to be able to withstand that from humanity. So for me, this path of the Master 33 has unfolded in layers. First through mathematics, then through mystical experiences, and eventually through a realization that my purpose is to translate the complex into the accessible, to bring the quantum into the heart, to awaken others to the code they carry within themselves. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I always found myself understanding quantum things, mystical things so very easily. Yeah. So I try to interpret it in a layman's language. That's what I do on this channel. From I dissect the complex stuff and interpret them, yeah, into what you're going through here right now. So, where was I? So the next thing is a quantum consciousness and numerological vibration. So with a background in mathematics, I was uniquely prepared to understand quantum concepts that are only now becoming mainstream. Most people don't talk about this. You'll never hear it on television. You'll never hear it on yeah, since the coming of YouTube, at least now we are able to put things up on YouTube. We're talking about this. I'm also doing the same. I'm talking about it. Long time ago, you could go. You had to go to look for yoga. You travel to India, maybe spend 10 years, yeah, studying under, going through monasteries, climbing hills, just to find a monastery for you to get absorbed, to go into meditation and training. So it used to be really a process, yeah. But now you can easily put it up on YouTube and get people to understand this. Yeah. So ideas like non-locality, entanglement, zero-point fields, and wave particle duality, these are no longer just abstract theories. They mirror the intuitive principles of numerology. So things like entanglement is very important. How things relate to one another in the quantum fields, the zero-point fields. Yeah, that is now today to do with the meditations that we are always doing, getting into the zero point, the point of creation, where everything exists and there is no time. That is what we do when you're meditating, when you go still in stillness, about to go to the zero point, and you create things. Huh? So in quantum physics, everything is vibration. Every atom, thought, and intention pulses with a frequency. Yeah, that's why I always talk about raising your frequency, raising your vibration, because everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. So things that vibrate together, they relate together. That's now the entanglement. Yeah, you only connect with the same vibration that you are, yeah, and frequency. So if you want to access high quality things, you have to, which are in the high frequency, you have to raise your vibration to that high frequency and access it. Yeah. So, just as in quantum theory, where the observer affects the outcome, our awareness of our numbers actually begins to shape our life. This is why I'm doing this. So, if you get to know the numbers that you have, you are now observing. You now become the observer. In quantum physics, we say that particles exist when you observe them. So, when you don't observe them, they may not exist, or they may not exist in your reality, so it may not work for you. So if you want things to work for you, you have to bring them into your observation. You have to observe them, you have to see them, you have to be aware of them, to be conscious that they exist. So once you know your numbers, you know your template, you know things that are related to you, so you're bringing them into your observation, into your awareness. When they're in your awareness, now you can now start now playing with them. So the reason why you're struggling is not because that your numbers are not existing. They're existing, but you're not aware of them. So if you become aware of them, you'll now start working for you. You'll now start working for you. So that is why it's very important to do this. So numerology in this light is not predictive, it's participatory. Yeah, you bring them into your observation, into your awareness. Yeah, so you have to always be aware of them. When you're aware of them, you start to be looking out of them. Like I told you, I'm a 369. The other time I was showing you an image that I took on my birthday. My birthday was the other day on 16, yes, last week. So I was launching my book on that same day. So I was in the middle of the street taking a picture. So I was just taking a picture of this book in the middle of the street, and cars were passing by. And one of the images, the main images that I used and posted, I was surprised the very car that was passing was written 999. Yeah, that is now the completion. That is the number of completion, meaning that I had completed, and I've been in this journey for the last 3 years. I really went in depth. I was like in the desert completely. Now in my 33rd year, I was walking through fire. So it was a symbolism that I was completing my journey and I was graduating. And that is the code. That is the code of completion. Everything completing. That's 999. And where the year? This year is the year 9. So everything was completing at that point. It was just my birthday. Yeah. So we were closing a chapter and we're starting anew. So that's what 999 is about: closing one chapter and starting anew. Yeah. So the numbers are really important. Yeah. So let's go on. So and I say again with conviction, mathematics is the language of the universe, not just the universe of stars and galaxies, but of the human soul. So once you understand numbers, understand who you are, you'll be able to really understand what you need to do with this lifetime. It's really super important, very super important. Yeah. So from numbers and to meanings and new kind of mission. So as I continue this journey through sacred numbers, through inner knowing, and through the path of the Master 33, I now see that we are all coded with brilliance. Each number in our blueprint is a teacher, each pattern is a message, and in embracing this path, I have come to know myself more deeply and to help others do the same. So, by just understanding my numbers, I can easily tell what I can do and what I cannot do. Sometimes even when I'm in crossroads and I'm trying to make decisions, I know the first thing I need to do is to quiet my mind, settle down, and for me to really get through to what I really need to do. Sometimes a number plate just passes, a car just passes with the number 369, and I just know, whoa, that's exactly what I need to do. And most of the times, it's really what I need to do. That's how the universe speaks to us. It will speak to us through numbers. It will not say blah 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 shabla kata entekeremeke. No, it will send some numbers to you. You'll just be maybe passing by, three birds come. Sometimes maybe I'm meditating just to know when I'm grounded. Three crows just land from a triangle, and I know that's protection. Yeah, because that is numbers speaking. Yeah, sometimes they just come very wild birds, seven, and you know it's something to do with the spirit, because seven is the number of spirit. Yeah. Then you also look at the days. Yeah, the days like today's 23rd, 23rd June, 2025. There are numbers there. They always speak something. They speak something. So today is a five. There's a five. There's six, and there is nine. 569. Yeah, there's something like that. So they're always numbers are always communicating. So if you want to do something important, like you always do, like I always work with 369 because I'm a 369. So the other day was 369. I was working on 21st. It was an important day. It was just the other day. I had to make some things, yeah, on Saturday. Yeah, so numbers are really important. I always work with your numbers. I always do it even when I'm working out. I do sets of 3, 6, and 9. Yeah, just to make sure I'm working with my numbers. So this is really important. Numerology is a very important subject. And to work with numerology, you already know how to calculate your numbers. uh, it's about observe your birth date. You can look at the date you are born. That is the specific day is important. Uh, the total number for the years, for the day, month, and year. That is now your life path. Now my life path, that is now the 33. Yeah, for the day I was born. So that is now 16th 06 1992. Okay, I don't like going to that because some people can such people who know how to study these things can go back and travel through time and do some things. But anyway, I'm protected. I'm divine. Yeah, yeah. So that is a very important number. Another number is the total of your name as it appears on IDs. That is super important. Check that because you're always documenting your things using that number. So that number always follows you. Yeah, so that is the frequency you'll be operating in. So once you become aware of those numbers, you are now gaining control. You're now working with them. I told you the observer effect. You're now observing them. You're now getting control and working with them. So 33 variable, that is super important. Very important. That's why you see my book is named 33 variable, because it's not a coincidence. It's a number, and I wrote it in my 33rd year. So it's a frequency. So it was something that was divine. Yeah. Yeah. So you can get this book at New Year Bookshop, or you can just WhatsApp me. My numbers are everywhere. Even below this video, you will get my number. Just WhatsApp me. If I prefer that because I'll send you a signed copy of the same. Yeah. So I'll be doing this monthly. I'll try and get some space. I like doing it on the open because in the heart of nature, you're connected with nature. Awesome breeze. downloading from Ether. Ether is free here, and we are connecting with the trees. Our pituitary gland is awesome. So I like doing it outside. Yeah. So I hope you don't mind this because I like it outside. Outside is the best. I'm bare feet. I'm grounded. So I'm giving you the best. I'm transmitting energy at the best state, and I'm sending it to you with love and compassion. So this was on numerology. I hope you're going to get your numbers, see the numbers that you have. If you need help, just get me. I do private coaching on this. If you need private guidance, yeah, you can just reach out to me. Okay, I do some energy exchange for that. Yeah, energy exchange for that, and I'll help you and assist you in becoming an awesome being. But they when I do these, even once coaching for once, and we exchange energy, you sit with me for a while, you won't be the same. I know somebody. One day I hope I'll talk to her and maybe bring her on this channel. We only did it once, and she changed her life. Within 2 weeks, she even got a promotion. Everything else has changed, and her life has really changed. And we only met once. After only meeting once, imagine. Since then on, yeah, maybe we communicate once in a while. Yeah, but we only did one session, and it was enough for her because she left a changed person. She was like, she even confessed that I'm the first person to tell her who she really is and what she's supposed to do. Yeah, because it was just an awesome morning. In fact, I didn't know that day I was just in public doing my thing. Yeah, I didn't plan for it. She just approached me, just came to me. Yeah, she came to me like she wanted to work out with me, but instead it was an awesome spiritual moment. Yeah, she got to know herself. So that's what I do. That's my work. I'm a 33. That's my work. That's what I do. I'm a master spiritualist, master teacher, master healer. So if you are looking for healing, you're looking for teaching, you're looking for guidance, that's what I do. Anta karamashata ente keremekera interesete aila ina maka. Everyone watching this, we are connected. Time does not exist between me and you. All you need is to have faith and believe. And you speak it. Confess that you want to connect with me. Be at the heart. Compassion. That's number one key. Compassion. Be at the heart. Softness of the heart. Softness of the heart is not a weakness, it's your strength. It's a very high frequency, super high frequency. Those who live in the physical world will tell you the strength is being tough, but those who are spiritual know that the softness of the heart, that's super powerful. Anta karamashata entekeremeke. As above, so below. As within, so without. Blessings. Mahadevi, Maheshwari, Jairavi, Linga Bhairavi, Mahadevi, Maheshwari, Jairavi, Linga Bhairavi. You can listen to my stuff using uh, headphones or earphones just to get the vibrations in you, because the healing is through the vibration. That's where the healing takes place. I use sound, I use vibrations to heal. So 33 vertebrae, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.